Hello folks, my name is AP the Weird One, and we are back with another manga review. This time, of course, it is the Masterful Cat is Depressed Again in Volume 9. So yeah, a very interesting manga to say the least. We'll get into why, but we'll show up the big foldable art. This is part of it, and I do think this kind of represents what's going on in the chapter, but also there could be there's maybe a small missing detail. We'll get into it. But this volume, when I first read it, I was doing my allergy shots, whatever. I read the volume like, it feels like it was kind of coming near to the end of the series. Like it was like kind of like a semi-finale sort of shtick. I don't know. It just felt like we were coming to a closing. Now, based off what I see, I don't necessarily think that's the case. Volume 10 and Volume 11 are on their way in Japan, though we are getting Volume 10 very late as of December, which is odd considering next week Japan will be getting Volume 11. Regardless of the fact, upon rereading, I discovered why I felt this way. And it's because it's the effect of Yuikichi's influence on people. So, and it's kind of interesting. And Nishina in a volume, specifically Can 94, she says cleaning brings me a lot of good luck, but as things go forward, when we meet, when we go later into, I believe it's around, which volume is it? I think it's 99. No, it is 100. It's 100. Yeah, it's 100. Yes, around 100. Then you kind of piecing it together, you realize it's not so much that cleaning, but so much more that Yuikichi is influence. Now, I started feeling this, feeling of influence, like it was kind of near the end, beginning with chapter Can 93, when her friend, co-worker Oshiro was looking into. Oh, I should bring up a bigger image. When her friend Oshiro started looking into buying a cat and saying that when she gets a man, they have to be a cat lover, sort of thing. And it's kind of the influence of Yuikichi. Yuikichi is brought upon this. She wants to get into a cat. She goes to a cat cafe. She loves this very old cat that's 18 years old. Boss, in a personal side note, this cat probably didn't have any children. She probably got fixed because my cat Norma, when they have kids, they have a higher chance of getting cancer. So maybe that's why she's lived to be 18 years old. My cat Brutus, he lived to be about 20 years old, and the others lived about roughly the same. Bradley lived about 17, and I think Sherman 18 or so. So they lived a long time. I think maybe both of them are 18 or so, but I think maybe Bradley was 17. I think Bradley was more like 17, I think. But they live a long time. The cats that neuter, and they can live a long time. But yeah, so she goes to the cafe. Eventually, she brings Yuri to the cafe, and she realizes that she had memories from owning a cat, and she was in a very weird state when she was with the cats. But yeah, it was good influence. Yuikichi's very influential. No. The co-worker, Nishna. She, because of Yuikichi, she's a big influence. She's, she met someone she might potentially like, her house, her cleaning and everything. So yeah, he's very influential. And even in Cat 100, the apartment owner, he's been very influential on him as well. He's scared off the birds in the neighborhood and make sure the other cats don't pee in the area. And also that he made some lotto suggesting some lotto numbers, and he got to go on world trips, and he actually does go at the very end of the series. But yeah, Yukichi is very influential, not just to not to her not to Sakura herself, but to everyone else that she's come in contact or knows. It was kind of very pleasant feeling. Just how much influence. Something that actually a bit surprised me was I believe it was Can 97. The grocery store owner is actually very supportive of Nishina's career to be a musician. He offers her to have a permanent job, and he's kind of very supportive. He was actually a big fan of their band, and so he's going to follow both the band but also keep a track of Nishina's career. He's very supportive. It was a very interesting touch. And also we found out he's actually 27. I thought he was a bit older. I thought he was going to be in his 30s. But yeah, it was good. But, some other things. The coffee shop owner, in the very first couple of chapters, like Can 91 and Can 92, Saku gets to go to this coffee shop owner because she gets left at work really early. And so she kind of sees it like some of the places that he's been to. It was a lot better chapter than I like upon the second reading. It was very much more fulfilling, and even the shop, the apartment complex owner, like he's going on another trip, and he actually rewards Yukichi with a cookbook of things that cats can easily cook, sort of shtick. He's kind of looking. He's trying to find another cat like Yukichi, but he hasn't found it. Literally doesn't know it's right in his complex. But we'll go back to Prince Dai in a sec, because the bonus chapter was very special. But some other things like how Yukichi was influential for the boss's little niece. She gave her black sugar little doll version of himself, and then that the brother-in-law, he wants to find a really good gift, and so Yukichi makes a dye version for her. So it just a very Yukichi feeling, just amount of influence. But the bonus chapter, had some unexpected developments anyway. We get to hear the mind of Yukichi, the master himself. He's very proud of Dai, how influential he is. He's becoming a very good cat. He's very happy. He's a very proud master, learning to walk, being part of the Umasi cooking show. He's very proud of him. And the next door neighbor, her place has basically become a hotel for him. And we get one of the more interesting developments. So you should definitely look at it. Definitely watch. Definitely read the volume. But Yukichi comes in to see Prince Dai, and he's doing something very unexpected. He's taking a bath. He likes bath, and I'm like, and Yukichi joins him, and he's like, It's just a very odd moment. Now, I thought this was going to lead to something else, but it doesn't. I thought maybe they were gonna Saku and Yukichi were gonna have a bath time. Like, oh, that'd be not a little nice fan service, but unfortunately, that's not the case. But still, it was like he jumps in. Yukichi makes a remark. Even my protege is having an influence on me myself. So that was kind of nice. The student now teaches the master about water and enjoying a nice good bath. So I suspect in volume 10 we're going to be seeing that. But what happens after the bath basically leads to Saku asking Yukichi, "Do you like? Have you ever tried human food?" And it's like, that's not my thing. He's reflecting, but the one thing that does interest him is getting flying birds and having a nice raw bird as a meal. That's what really entices him. But he's like, I don't know if Saku would necessarily like that. But yeah, that's kind of concludes the chapter. First reading, I was a bit, disappointed. Like, I thought this was coming to the end, but rereading it, it's a Yukichi influence chapter. The influence of Yukichi. So it made me like this a little bit more. It was an overall fun volume, volume, which it had been. I do think volume 8 was a lot more striking. There was a lot more big developments, and this is just kind of a slower chapter. Enjoying yourself, enjoying the characters, enjoying everyone. That's kind of how I felt. But with that, I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully, have a wonderful day. Sorry, I rambled more than I should, but it was just a good chapter. There's a lot to say. See you guys next time for. Next volume is going to come out in September, so I don't know what I'm gonna, if I'll do some sort of manga review or anything. But this is, and we got other anime reviews to talk about. Anyway, hopefully have a wonderful day. Like, comment, and subscribe.